well grounded.
Oh, okay. Okay. So what I'll just be doing today is to see how I can help everyone that joins this call to get their LinkedIn profile to, I mean, the way your LinkedIn profile should look like. So
Yeah.
the tools that I use to optimize my profile, I'll be sharing all of those tools with us. And then also to the same tools that I also use to build CVs too. I'll also be sharing those tools with us so that we can also do this for ourselves and for our friends. So let me quickly share my screen and then we get going. I want us to finish the session by exactly 5 o'clock. So let me quickly share my screen. Start now. Okay. Okay. Can you see my screen?
Yeah, I can see your screen. Yes, I can.
Oh, okay. So let's get to LinkedIn. Okay. So I don't. Awa, can you mute?
Okay.
Okay. Okay, so I think it is better now, the terms of noise. So this is my profile on LinkedIn. So for on LinkedIn, we have certain sections in our profile. So normally I make use of my phone and my system for LinkedIn. So most of my constructing, all of the things I do on LinkedIn, I do it with my system, making of posts, I do it with my system. But when I'm mobile, I make use of my mobile phone for other stuff on LinkedIn. So I've tried to see how I can adapt with the phone for today's session. So because I know that many of us will be using phone for LinkedIn, so how can we use our phones to actually make our LinkedIn profile make very much sense? So I'll just be taking you through the sections in LinkedIn, like the sections in your profile on LinkedIn, and then I'll be showing you how you can actually work on each of them. So the first section is profile picture. When people search on you on LinkedIn, the first thing they look is profile picture. So are you using a professional picture? Are you using a professional picture for your profile pics? That's the first thing. Then also the next thing is your banner. What is in your banner? All of this here is your banner. So that is also a very important aspect of your profile. Then the next thing is your name. Your name. How do you want your name to look like? LinkedIn is not Facebook where you just use funny names. You have to use your name because that is how recruiters will look for you. And then also after your name, then you have your, this is like a short headline about who you are. So this short headline too also carries a lot of weight. This short headline also carries a lot of weight. So many of us will just put maybe student at University of Illinois or something at social company. So really, you want your headline to be more than that because everybody on LinkedIn is using that same kind of headline. So you want your own headline to communicate a weightier message. So that's also another aspect of LinkedIn that you want to watch, on another aspect of your profile that you want to check. So then the next aspect of your profile that is also very, 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 very important is your about section. Your about section is also a very, very important aspect of your resume. Of your profile. So when recruiters come to your profile, they come down to your about to read about you. So what is this person doing? What are you into? So it is in your about section that you have the chance to talk extensively about what you do. So for your about section, you can draw inspiration from other professionals that are within your space, within your field. How have they written their own about section? So you can look at their own about section and use that to sort of like draw inspiration on how you can also write your own about section. So about section is the next space we'll be looking at. And then also your experience. Your experience section, very, very important. Your experience section is also very, very important. So for experience section, many of us just write, let us say you are working in Ayatskimia, you just say, okay, I'm working in Ayatskimia as a supply planning specialist, and that's all. That's all you put. But you don't put what are the things that you do as a supply planning specialist. Oh, I do this, I do this, I do this. If you awards that you got your state, you can also add awards. If you achievements that you are that you reached during your stay in or during stay in that position, you can also add that there too. You can also add weight to your profile, and then you do this for all of the job experience you're going to add. Then for your education can be very simple. Your normal education, and then if you finish with a 2-1, if you finish the first class, add that as part of your initial section. Then the next place is your license and certifications. That's another very important place in your file. Your license and certification. Your licenses and certifications. Another very important place in your profile. Very important. All your licenses, add them here. Then if you ever volunteered, you can also add your volunteering experiences in this place too. And then find second to the last is your skills. So what skills do you have? So you add your skills in your skills section. And then finally, you have your recommendations. So I'll just take us through all of these, all of them from the beginning till the very end, and just give us recommendations. Let me quickly see. Okay, so let's start from profile picture. So profile picture is like the most important aspect of your profile. Like I mentioned earlier on, like on your profile picture, there are certain things you can do. You can either view or edit your profile picture. You can add a cover story, or you can add a frame. So by frame, when they say add a frame, there are two you can add. Work, or you can say you are hiring. So those are the two frames that are available for you. Either you are open to work or you are hiring. So exactly. So this is how it looks like. So if you're hiring, it shows in your profile. If you're open to work, it also shows in your profile. Awal.
Yeah.
Okay. Are you following me?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay. So those are the various aspects of your profile. So I'm not selecting any of this other background. So I just want my original, and that's it. So for your profile, you can always get a good picture. Like this picture I took now, I took this picture in the office, and all I just did was I used an application. So I'll be taking us through the application shortly so that we can also get to learn some of those things. So that your profile picture can be much more professional. So the application I use is Canva. Canva is the application I used. So you can take note of that application, Canva. So Canva has the free version and the pro version. So with the version, you can do a lot. With the pro version, you can also do a lot. So Canva. So Canva is the application I use for my profile pictures. So let us assume I want to do a little bit of editing. So let's say I come to plus. I want to edit photo. So I look for the photo I want to edit, say for my AI gallery. Okay. Let me say I want to edit this particular picture of myself. So it's taking a little bit of time to load. Okay, very good. So I want to edit this picture. Let us say I want to dimension. Sorry. Let's get. It's taking a little bit of time. So I can create, let me say, something can create. Poster. Let me say I want to create a poster. This is taking a bit of time to load. Okay, what I want to create is a blank poster. Okay, I think I have what I want now. Very good. So now the next thing I want to just do here is just insert my picture. So I want to insert my picture. Let me say upload. My images are take some net past. Okay, you know what? I think maybe let me continue with other ones. Hopefully, if my network comes back up, we'll get on to these other ones. So let me just play to the other parts of the section. So this first aspect is the design section. So maybe towards the end of the section, we'll run on this. So the next aspect of your profile is your name and your headline, which are very very important points in your profile. So for your name should be in proper formatting. So the first letter of each of your name should start with capital letter, then the other letters in small letter. It's very important that we do that when we are building, when we are working on our profile. So your first name, so you can see Peter starts with P, and then you have Sodipe. Also S, also starting with S. So how do you edit your profile? You just click on this pencil. Let me show you the pencil I'm talking about. This pencil. That's the pencil you click on. So you click on the pencil. And then you add your first name, last name. So if there's a special way you pronounce your name, you can add your name pronunciation, and then it gives you the opportunity to write your headline. So in this headline, this is where you want to catch your audience. In this headline, you want to put your unique selling points. So what exactly are you? So for me, I've written, I'm a success coach. Initially, I'm a supply chain professional by day and an inspirational speaker by night. Then what else do you do? So just, you can add your headline at this point. I'll be giving us tips on writing our headlines later on as we go on in this section. And then what is the current position? So if you're working somewhere, what is the current position? You can also put that here. So you can put that here. And then what industry are you working in? Then what is your education? What's your current education? What's the last education that you just completed? For me, it's University of Illinois. And then your location. All of these things. That which you go to is edit contact info. Your edit contact info. So in your edit contact info, you can put a phone number. So because when you put in your phone number, when recruiters come to your profile and they check your contact info, they can see your particular phone number. So you can put in your phone number. Then what type of phone is this? So this, for me, this is my work phone. So I've called it work phone. Then where do you stay? So may I stay in Badagry, Lagos? I've added that. And then your address can be longer than this if you want that. But for me, this is what I want. And then your birthday. So your birthday, for me now, I put my birthday, and it is, and all LinkedIn members can have a view of when I'm having my birthday. All LinkedIn members can have a view of when I'm having my birthday. I can change that to say maybe just my connections or just my network. So I can always do that. But when I say, okay, all LinkedIn members, what that means is that on August 14, LinkedIn members, those who are my connections, get a notification that today is my birthday. And so they send me happy birthday messages. Being my last birthday, I got this kind of messages from LinkedIn users, and it's always an amazing experience when people wish you your birthday on your birthday. So this one is not compulsory. If you like, you can put it. If you don't like, you can also put it. Then you are settled with your contact info. So you can just save what you've done editing. So another thing not mentioned here is your LinkedIn link. Your LinkedIn link also is in your contact info. Let me mention it. Very good. Your LinkedIn link. So you see something they call, I don't know if you can see your profile URL. This particular one here. Delete your profile URL. So for me, it is http www.linkedin.com/in/Peter/Sodipe. So dash Sodipe rather. So with this, your link, you can put it on your resume. It looks more attractive. But if you have not changed this link before, what you'll be seeing might be, after Peter Sodipe, you might be seeing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or very funny numbers. So there's a way for you to actually edit that link. Let me quickly show you how you can edit that link. Delete. So you can click on the link. When you click on the link, it opens a new tab for you. Very good. It opens a new tab for you. So I can come here and say, edit my profile URL. Let me cancel. Let me show you what I mean. Back to settings. So you click on this particular button. This edit button, that's where you're clicking. So I click on that button. So with this, I can add, let us say I want to add something else. So yes, I can add this, and then I just say save. Okay, so what they're saying is I have edited my profile URL a lot of times, so I cannot actually edit at this time. But for those that have not done it before, once you do this, you should save. So let me remove these changes and then just save. So I just open very that you take this particular aspect of your profile very, very serious. So just check through. Let me see if I can take us through that process again. So the first thing you do is you come to this particular button. You come to this particular button on your profile. That's the first thing you do. And then once you click on that button, you scroll down to contact info. You scroll down to contact info. You scroll down to contact info. Then from contact info, you click on edit contact info, and then you see your profile URL. That's the first thing you see. If you're using your phone, you see your profile URL. And then once you see that, you can easily click on that profile URL to take you to another page entirely. The first thing you edit URL, this button, and then edit your profile URL. So that is a very simple one. That's a very simple one. So you can also preview your public profile. Just click on preview. it shows you, okay, this is how your profile looks like. So if you want to have an idea of, okay, how does my profile look like before other people? This is just an example of how your profile looks like. So it shows you this. So let's quickly go back. I don't know. Do you have any question up to this point? If you have any question, you can just inform me. If there's any question. Awal, do you have any question? Okay, thank you very much. So so let's quickly continue. So the next aspect of your profile is your about section. The next aspect of the profile is your about section. For you to edit your about section, just click on the edit button, and here you get to write about 1,600 characters. You have about 2,600 characters. 2,600 characters. So you can write as much as you want to write in your about section. So just think creatively on how we should write your about. I will also be showing us, giving us a little bit of pointers on how we can write our about sections. In fact, for this, most time what I do is that I go to Google and I type in how to write samples of about sections for supply chain specialists, or for give me idea what I can write. So and then you also just write about yourself. Okay, this is who I am. Your about section should be like your introduction in an interview. The way you introduce yourself, that your about section can look like that. Okay, this is my journey. Okay, I went to so and so school. I went to so and so school. Let me see if I can use this person. Okay, I went to so and so school. I did this and this. So you can, let me see if I can quickly mute this person. Zoom. Okay. So your about section can be about all of these things. So for me, I've just written a little story about what my mission is, at least for the next 1 year, and I've written it down in my about section. So if you come to my about section, you can see all of this in my section. So I'll also be taking us through an application that can actually help us with our about section too. This will be later. Let us quickly run through. Then the next aspect of your profile that is very, 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 very important is the experience section. So for your experience section, you want to have all your experiences. So I always tell my friends, you don't need to apply a job before you put something in your experience section. If you've done IT in an organization, you can add it in your experience section. If you add this in school, add it to your experience section. For example, like when I was in school, I was the head of operations for the branch coffee. Myself and my friends, we founded that company, and it is in my profile. We also founded a business called Schooling Stores, and that also too is also on my LinkedIn profile. When I was also in NYC, I was a teacher, so I also added that too in my experience section. And then this particular one upkey internship was an online internship I did with about, I think, 1,000 plus interns from all around the world, and I also did this internship into my section. It's part of my experience. So all I just need to do is to look for English. Look for English words I used to something like bring what I did. For example, as head of operations, I coordinated the ordering all areas to ensure adequate supply. I prepared I managed and prioritized orders to production lead time. I communicated and frequently followed up with all suppliers to ensure prompt delivery of orders. I did this. I needed this kind of actions or this kind of activities because of the job I was applying for, because I'm in the supply chain space. So for you, man, it might be a different thing. If you're in branding, what you want to put in this, you want to sound like branding. So your about section is, I mean, your just saying, okay, what have I done before? Just think of what I've done before. Is it entrepreneurial stuffs? Is it internship? Just look for those things and then look for English that you can use. There's a particular app I use to get all of this English. I would also share that with us after going through the section. So the next aspect, like I mentioned, is your education. The education is very simple. Just edit and then edit your education, put in your education. Please, and please, you don't need to put in your primary school education, with a class or a 2-1, you can always add your grade. It speaks more volume to your CV. If you're in an association, let us say you are in maybe the SUG or something, you can also add that to your section. For me, I don't have all of those things. Finally, also your licenses and certifications. So certifications, all the certifications you've gotten in time past, just ensure you list all of them. So for me, I have a couple of them. The ones I took on LinkedIn, Coursera, so just add as many you can. It also speaks volume of the fact that, okay, this person actually is committed to personal development, is committed to self-discovery, and is committed to growing himself, those kind of things. That's what this particular section of your LinkedIn profile does for you. Then the next thing is your volunteering. So how did you volunteer, or where have you volunteered before? So, okay, have you volunteered as so and so thing? In fact, many of us that have done NYC can actually testify that we were part of a CDS group. And even if you were just a member, you can write there, okay, I was a member. As a member, I did this, I did that. So that is also another aspect of your LinkedIn profile that you can add, that can sort of like add juice to your profile. And then another thing is your skills. Your skills, they are very, very important. So add as many skills as you can. So you can see all my skills. That you are looking for. So if you are looking for a job, data and skills should also be different. If you are when you are working on this your passport. Then also there's something that many of us don't do when we are on LinkedIn. On my first skill, Microsoft Excel, you can see something here. Past LinkedIn skill assessment. Past LinkedIn skill assessment. This also gives your profile strong and super weight because LinkedIn will recommend your profile to those that can use, for example, and those that can, if Peter is looking for strong Microsoft Excel users, my profile gets recommended to them because they have passed LinkedIn skill assessment. So how do you go about passing skill assessment? So you can click on take. You see just beside skills, skill quiz. So you can just click on that, and then there are a lot of skills that you can take. So for different departments, there are different skills. So just go through them. The ones you are interested in, you can just take those ones. So for example, now you can take on Microsoft Excel, you can take on Microsoft PowerPoint, You can take on Microsoft Word, Power BI, all of those things, just to solidify your knowledge. And it will also show you how many people have taken these skills, this skill test. I think that the questions are about 15 questions, so you can take them. And then if you do not pass them at a goal, LinkedIn will tell you you have to retake. So for me, I have to retake 2 because I failed those particular 2. So I have to retake analysis, I have to retake Microsoft PowerPoint. So those are the 2 I have to retake. And I have only 2 retake left. I can only retake them 2 times. So I have to ensure that I study hard and master that particular software before I go and say I want to take them again. So that's also another aspect of your profile. That's another aspect. So if you got awards while you were in school, you can also add that in your honors and awards section. So I think that is all for your profile. Now, the next profile, there are 2 I want to introduce to. The first one is Canva.com. Canva.com and Zeti.com. Zeti.com. So this one is Canva, Canva.com. The next one is Zeti, Zeti.com. So these are the two platforms I want to introduce all of us to. So for this one, let me stop sharing my screen with this particular. Okay. So very good. So now I think I can, because I understand how to use this 2 particular softwares very well with my laptop. So that's why I'm trying to share my screen with my laptop now. So for this particular 2, let me quickly share my screen so that we can get going on this one. Share. So the first application I said I was going to show every one of us is just Canva.com, but I'll show that one to us later on. But let us start with Zeti. So Zeti.com is the application I use for building of my CVs. So all the CVs I build, I use Zeti.com to build them, and it's a very easy platform for building your CV. I mean, very, very easy. You don't need to stress. You don't need to go through the stress of thinking of, okay, what do I need to write in my CV? Zeti.com helps you to do all of these things. So I already have an account with Zeti. You can open an account with them. So let me just go to my account and show you what it is all about and how you can use Zeti.com for your LinkedIn. So let us say I want to build a resume. So I want to build a resume. Let's say I want to build a new resume. So let me just say create new resume. I say create a new resume. I'm just starting out, so I have 0 to 3 years of experience. Are you a student? Yes, I'm not a student. I say no. So it just takes me through some of these things. Choose templates. I'm creating a new resume. Apply templates. Good. So it has filled in some information for me: first name, last name, profession. But these are not really the places I'm going to. The place I want to go to is work history. Work history. Next. So for work history, let us assume I am an educator. So I can just add educator. Educator here. Then who is my employer? Let us say Skuni. Let me just say maybe CKFT private school. is the person that is employing me, not necessarily. So what Z does for me is, okay, let me just check. So Z gives me I can free in my words for my CV. You can say so any chat for it's not coming up. Good, very good. So so you have some of these things. Very good. Okay, that's both for teacher. Very good. So it doesn't recommend that these first two are highly recommended. So as a teacher, what do? You can add this. Oh, I communicated frequently with parents, students, and faculty to provide feedback and discuss instructional issues. What's the next thing? Like national standards. Okay, what else did you do? Okay, supported teacher, students, teachers by class planning and activity organizations. So you have all of these. You have like numerous. Okay, you have lesson plans, blah blah blah. So those things, you can just add them to add the idea. The goal is that you copy most like this and to see this file. I just like use your file and don't is in your expression. I mentioned that you need to add some bullet points in your section. You can just do this like this and dump it in that express section. So this gives your expression, you can always edit this to whatever you want. If you're a digital marketer, whether as a specialist, executive, anything, just bring it out to give you an idea of what you should write. So, oh, I did this, I tracked and I reported on blah blah blah, then I deployed, blah, blah, interviewed. It just gives you right. This is the first aspect of this particular application. So you can use anything you want. I don't
just click continue. I'm very sorry for that interruption. I think we got to 40 minutes. So LinkedIn Zoom automatically restarted the meeting. So thank you for joining once again. So just for us to just quickly round up this session. So we discussed about, so you can check through any job at all, engineering jobs, manufacturing jobs. Let me start working as a brand manager. Bring out brand manager to bring out examples. So you can just pick all of these things. You can just pick them. Let me say Control C. Let me just show what I mean. This is my LinkedIn. So I come to my experience section. Let me add it to this. Let me also edit my experience section. Edit. And in this particular one, let me see how to edit.
Hello. So let me just test. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Thank you very much. Okay, so I can just add this to my description, Control V, and then save. So you can say, okay, it did not pick up those bullet points. I can easily change that and write. I can either add the bullets by myself, so maybe add a dot or write one. Or another thing I can do is to look for dots and then just copy and paste. So let me see if I have a Microsoft Word open. Okay, I can just copy. C. Okay, all I need is the dots. Evangelist. So I can just use the dots, Control V, and that's it. So just to make your profile much more juicy, so you can always go and test run it on that particular software, Zeti.com. So another place Zeti.com would also help you in is in your about section and in your headline section. Let me show you how that would help you. Trying to see. Okay, so let's go back. So the next aspect of this particular Zeti.com software is your education. So for me, I don't need to change anything in education. I can just click on anything. University. Of a learning. Blah 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 degree. I just go on anything and just say next. So it asks me for my skills. So for skills too, if you're also thinking of, okay, what skills should I have? Okay, if I'm a digital marketer, what skills are essential? Zeti.com also helps you solve this problem. So you can just write digital marketer. Also put that, okay, gives you the skills that you need. Oh, cold calling, event management, content management. Just gives you ideas of, okay, these are the skills that are required from you as a digital marketer. If you are, let us say, if you're a content writer, you can also check for that. Exactly, content writer. It also gives you example, consistent brand messaging, proofreading, news writing, all of those things. So, but that's not even what we are going to now. The place we are going to now is summary. This particular section, summary. So your summary, let's say next. Very good. So in your summary, this is where this is where zety.com helps you the most. So let me say I'm a content strategist. Okay, it's not bringing it out. Let me know I'm a content writer. But oh, it's even better, content strategist. Exactly. So it loads. Okay, very good. So it has given me a recommendation already. Say, okay, hardworking. This is still for educator, not for content strategist yet. Let me see if I can quickly change this and make this content writer. Very good. Very good. So I can click on this first one. It says creative copywriter offering background in preparing well-structured drafts, editing posts, and conducting key research, collaborative team player, possessing impeccable grammar and in-depth comprehension of Microsoft Word and Office. So this actually does not even do what I want it to do. We are looking for something that speaks about what you can offer to your consumers, to your company. So let's look at something result-driven copywriter offering let us say 5 years of client-focused service, project management, and business generating content production. This is not it. Let me keep on checking. I've not seen one that I would love to use that speaks about the value you're going to be offering to your consumer. I mean to the company that you're working for. Let me say oh yeah, thank you for coming back on. Yeah, so let me just say how we can clear around. I don't know. Do you have any question up to this point?
I think my question will be reserved till the end of the class.
Oh, okay. So so this is for the summary section. So let me quickly get back to my profile, and then let me see how we can end this session quickly. So for your headline, okay, for your headline, is for headline, you can just use something like captures the mind of your audience. So you can just say, okay, I help companies create content that attract customers, or I help companies do this. I help companies. Just look for something that shows, okay, this is what I do. Like this is my unique selling point in a sentence. So just look for something like that. So normally on zety.com, you can find a way of zety.com gives you sort of like insights through this summary part of the zety.com on the things that you can do. Oh, if you're an educator, you say, okay, I create I help students understand better by through fun and educational learning or this and that. Just for just for a way of crafting like an interesting headline. and just look for a way of crafting an interesting headline. Then the final aspect of what I'll be sharing today is on the king. That's the first thing that people see when they come to a profile, your profile picture and your headline. And I'll be using canva.com for this particular one. Canva.com for this particular one. So let me take us straight to Canva. Let me take us straight to Canva. Home. So with Canva, you can do your LinkedIn banner. So Canva, like I mentioned before, Canva has the pro version and the free version. So you can also look for one of the free templates. So LinkedIn banner. So it has given me a lot, a few that I can make use of. So that if I can, let me say I want to make use of this particular one. I just click on this. I want to make use of this particular one. Okay, so I can just say upload. Let me change the picture. So upload. I want to make use of one of my pictures. Okay, let me start to make use of this particular picture. So I can drop it. I can drop it in. I may not need this, so I can just delete this one, and then let me adjust. Let me see if I can crop and bring it in between a bit. Done. So I can just easily change my, okay, learn how to grow your business. Let us say if I'm somebody that, okay, me that is growing a business, okay, learn how to grow your business. And then I can just put my email here, Sodipe Peter@gmail.com. Reduce this a bit. Take this. So you don't need to be an expert graphic designer to use Canvas. So with this, I can just add my phone number, 09079807821. If you want to reach me, those kind of things. And then once I'm done with this, I can just easily press download. And download. So it's asking me to save it on my system. So I saved to my system. And then I can always easily add it to my profile. So I just click on edit. And then I can say, okay, I want to change photo. Download. I want to click on this new one. Say open. So that's it. That's it. So this is it. But really, I don't want to change my what is in my background, my banner. So I can just cancel. This is what I want. This is how I want my banner to look like. So those are the two apps that you can make use of to sort of like spice up your profiles. These are the two apps you can make use of the spice up profile. Now let me just quickly give us some LinkedIn tips. LinkedIn tips that can help us grow on LinkedIn. One of the things that we need to do on LinkedIn is, okay, let me quickly come to the job section. So in the job section, you want to so for those that are looking for jobs, so you want to create what I call job alert. So to create job alerts, the first thing you need to do is just to simply search for the job. So I'm looking for a job as a content creator. So let me look for a job as a content, or better say content manager. So if I'm looking for a job as a content manager in Nigeria, look, I can say, okay, job as a content manager in Nigeria. Then all I just need to do is just to click on, there's a particular place here. Let me see. Very good. You see this? Just click on it. It will create an alert. So whenever there are new jobs for content managers in Nigeria, it creates an alert for you. So, but me, I want it to be much more deep. I want it to be worldwide. So wherever in the world, I want to be able to get a job worldwide. And then I don't want a job where I will need to work somewhere. I want a job that will be totally remote, so I can work from home. So show me all of the results. So good. So it has shown me some amazing results. So if I look, I can also look at, okay, experience level. I want to be entry level. Okay, show me these results for entry level. So I've sort of like narrowed down the search. Then I can set up my alert. Can set alert. So clicking, that should be the network. So just check, this should actually click. I think my network is bad. So job alert could not be created now. So my network is a bit bad. So it's not working. It's not okay. So this is how you can actually create alerts. So just click on select alert or set alert. So whenever there are new job opportunities, it will keep on popping up. So that's one aspect. Then the next aspect that you also need to take note of is in connecting. So when you join LinkedIn, you have 100 connection opportunities per week. So you can connect with 100 people per week. So you can just go to network. Like I mentioned, my network is very poor. Let me try and see if I can reload. So that's a very important aspect of LinkedIn. Okay, very good. Let me see if it works now. So since it does not work, let me try and see if I can get to my network. So you have 100 connection limit. So it means that you can send connection requests to 100 people per week. So when you just join LinkedIn, I always advise that you consume those 100 connection limits. So send as many connection requests as possible to people. Send as many connections as possible to people. And then one thing about LinkedIn is that most people actually give you positive feedback and accept your connection. So once they accept your connection, you can, if they are professionals in your field, you can always ask them questions and those kind of things. And then another tip I would also give on LinkedIn is that if you just join LinkedIn, I'd also encourage you to also start writing content. So look for something that you are good at and then just put your content out there. Because of the fact that LinkedIn is not like Facebook where you have many people on Facebook. So your content might not penetrate well on Facebook. On LinkedIn, if you are consistent just for a month, you will begin to get traction on your post because people are not very much on LinkedIn. I think so that those are the two key tips that I will share with us before I end. Okay, in a bit to end this particular section. So I don't know now, is there any question?
Yeah, hello, Peter. Can you hear me?
Oh, I can hear you. Hello. I can hear you. I can hear you.
Thank you. Yeah, first and foremost, I have to appreciate you your efforts. Like the second, very insightful.
Oh,
But then I have a few questions to clarifications on.
okay.
The first one is I noticed we're on the zt.com website.
Okay.
You're kind of copying and you're about to your profile, basically on your LinkedIn account, directly on your resume.
Okay.
Can one have like the same format or like the same content that you have on your resume? Can one also have that same content on your LinkedIn account?
Exactly.
So I want to know what would be the essence of
What-
some resume will allow you to add your LinkedIn URL.
Exactly. Okay.
So
So
when it's still the same thing that they'll go and find on your
okay. The thing about it is the LinkedIn provides that opportunity for recruiters to sort of like see your profile hands on. So it gives a first view. You know, there are some jobs that you might not send your CV to the person. So let us say somebody is just looking for somebody is looking for a supply planner for instance, and he's just going through LinkedIn and just searches for supply planner and sees my name because my profile is optimized, sees my name as okay, Peter Sodipe is a supply planner, and just checks through my profile. So the person can go through my profile and then see, okay, the person did this. So the person can now ask for my CV. My CV can still contain those same set of information. It does not really matter like that. I don't know if you understand my point. So the same things that you have on your CV,
I do.
the same things you have on your CV, you can also replicate the same thing on your LinkedIn account. I hope you understand
So
me.
the second question is, I think another question is, I think there's a paid version of LinkedIn. Like I don't know if it's the gold or something.
Oh yes, there's a premium. There's a premium version.
So is there any difference in the premium LinkedIn to the regular ordinary one?
Okay. I'm coming. Give me 1 second. I'm coming. Let me quickly. Okay. So okay, like I was saying, so there's a premium version of LinkedIn. So the premium version has some little features that are above the free version, which is what I'm currently using now. So I'm currently using the free version. Let me see if I can check through someone that when you're using the premium version, there is this gold. The LinkedIn on your own profile is sort of like in gold. Let me see. There's a particular person that I know. I'm trying to remember the person's name. I can't remember now. So there's a particular person I know that okay that uses LinkedIn Premium. So the major advantage of LinkedIn Premium. Let me just open it so you can see. Can you still see my screen?
Yep. I can.
Okay. So there are four major types of subscription that you can actually apply for. So there is the career. So for the career, what the career does is that it allows you to check through as many profiles as possible. So you can check through as many profiles as possible. So currently, LinkedIn is sort of like limiting the number of profiles that you can actually check. So if you've checked through, say, 50 profiles, you begin to get maybe if I want to check through, let me just show you what I mean instead of me going through all of these stories. Let me show you. Let me say I want to check for people in Nestle. I want to check for profiles in Nestle. So I want to check for that people in Nestle. So what happens is that once I keep on checking, it gets to a point where I won't be able to check again. So I cannot continue checking to the very end. So I can continue checking. Then it gets to a point where I would have reached my limit. That's if I'm using the free version. If I'm using the paid version, I'll be able to check as many profiles as possible. That's one advantage of the paid version. Then another advantage of the paid version is that you get access to LinkedIn Learning. So LinkedIn Learning is like the learning branch of LinkedIn. So you can get certification courses. There are a lot of amazing courses on LinkedIn Learning. Then another thing also about LinkedIn Learning, about the LinkedIn Premium, is that you get your profile has access to more detailed analysis. So if you want to know who is checking your profile, you can see who is checking your profile when you're using LinkedIn Premium. So let me check. This is they just showed me. Okay, this is the people that have checked my profile in the let us say in the last 24 hours. So I can only check one person, 2, 3, 4. There are more people that check my profile, but I can't see them because I'm not on Premium. I can only see like the top 4 because I'm not on LinkedIn Premium. So that's also another disadvantage of not using LinkedIn Premium. So, but those disadvantages are not very weighty for me. I can still get around, I can still create content, I can still do all of these amazing things I want to do on LinkedIn. I don't know if you understand my answer.
Yeah, I do. Thank you. That was very you talked about the job alert.
Okay, so in the job alert, okay, you have a question on job alert.
Yes. You talked about you're going to choose the kind of firm you want to work with and the kind of departments you are willing to work.
Okay. Okay, so okay. I can hear you. I can hear you.
I want to actually put an alert on like a scholarship.
Okay, for scholarships. I don't know. I've not tried that before, but let me see. Let us check. I've not tried that before. Scholarships. Okay. I don't think so. So you see what is coming out is scholarship coordinator. So I don't think you can get alerts for scholarships. It's just majorly for jobs. But to get alert for scholarship, you can use your normal scholarship site, and then they send you whenever there is an update on scholarship, they can send you updates on your Gmail. I think that one is much more effective. And then also another thing you can also do on LinkedIn is that you can join groups, maybe scholarship groups. Let me see. I think there are some groups that you can join. Let me look for. So I can just come to search and say scholarship groups. Okay, very good. Scholarship in groups. So in groups. So very good. So these are some scholarships. So this is Scholarship Network. This is Udacity something. So you can just check and then join any of this group. So on these groups, I'm pretty sure that there are some of them that will be giving you scholarship alerts. Let me see if I search for scholarship alerts, if I would find. So that might just be one that can actually give you the answer. Okay. So is there any other question?
That's all. I think I've got it.
Oh, okay. So I don't know. Is there any other question that we have before we end this session for today? I'm hoping I'll be able to compile all the recordings of the session and share with us. Okay, this will be all. Thank you very much for coming on the Launch Out to Peter. See you next time. I hope we gained value from the session.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah. Okay, thank you very much. So have a great week ahead, and I wish us good luck.
You're welcome. Bye.
Yeah, bye.